Hello and welcome you in the course of probability and statistics. Now today we should learn about say one of the important topic in statistics, say fitting of curve. Say what is the exact procedure and what are the behind idea of the curve fitting. So let's start. Say if we have to talk about say general problem of finding the equation of approximating the curve that fit say given set of data is called the curve fitting. Now see these are the word to word definition of curve fitting, but the definition tells that suppose we have to consider in R2 plane. In R2 plane, suppose say one point is say x1 comma y1, and now these are the points say x1 into y1 on this curve. So suppose there are say second point x2 y2, say at this point these are the point x2 y2. Someone say here is a point x3 y3, somehow here say fourth point x4 y4, here say x5 y5, x6 y6, and so on. Say at the last say the nth point xn yn. So there are say in general n point. In general it may be any finite number of point, but for conveniency we have to consider say n points. And now we have to find out the best fitting curve. That is, we have to find out the best fit line, and we know that the standard equation of line is a plus bx. Yeah, ax plus b, whatever you have to write down, where a and b are constants. So in this figure, say here we have to consider say there are n points, and now here all these points say x1 is here, x2 is here, x2 y2 is here, x3 y3 is here. These are the point x4 y4. So in general we have to consider all the points in one line, but in many of the situations is not possible. The points are deviates from the curve. So see in this figure, say the first point is not on the curve but is here. The second point is again not in the curve, is here. Similarly x3 is say few centimeter away from the curve, and so on. Now here d stand for the deviation. Deviation, that means how the point is far away from the curve. Similarly d2 stand from the deviation. It represents the deviations from the curve. That is, whatever the distance d2, it's referred as the point x2 y2 is say far away, say 1 meter, yeah 1 centimeter, whatever scale we have to consider. So these are the basic idea of say curve fitting. Yeah, in general we have to say that say n number of point is given in R2 plane, and our aim is we have to find out the equation of straight line which best represents all that point. Remember here the one things, our aim is not we have to find out the straight line which pass through all these points, say 1 2 3 4 and so on. Again, our aim is not that, that is we have to find the equation of straight line that cover the maximum number of point, is our not our aim. We have to not find the equation of straight line which cover maximum number of points, but our aim is we have to find the equation of straight line between in this curve which best represents each and every point. Now further in details we have to see how we can deal with the finding of this type of straight line. So a measure of the goodness of fit say of the curve C, say these are the curves C, C stand for curve, to the set of data is provided by the quantity, say d1 square plus d2 square and so on dn square. Now this d1 is nothing, is just deviation of this point from the curve. Yeah, in simple manner we have to say that these are the error. D1 represents the error. Why is the error? Because actually this point x1 y1 is not on the curve, is at this stage, and so is not in the curve, so we have to say that D1 is an error. Similarly, D2 represents the error because the point x2 y2 is not on the curve, is here. Similarly, Dn is an error because the point x and yn lies by this highlighted dot is not on the curve. So the goodness of fit of the curve C to the set of data is provided by this quantity, that is d1 square plus d2 square and so on dn square. And we know that if the error is small, then it is good. If the error is large, then it is bad for us. So same thing, if this is the small, the fit is good. And if it is large, if the value of this or di square is large, then it is bad for us. So a curve having the property d1 square plus d2 square and so on dn square is equal to minimum, because as we know that if the error is minimized, then our optimization is good, that is the resultant quantity of our problem is good. And now if we have to minimize this value, is nothing, is called the best fitting curve in the given family of the curve. So the least square line. Now our aim is we have to find out the line that best fit to each and every endpoints. So that line sometimes also known as least square line. Now the least square line approximating the set of points, say x1 y1, second point x2 y2 and so on xn yn as the equation, because these are the standard equation of the line. Say y is equal to ax plus b, yeah, is sometimes a plus bx. So these are x axis, y axis, we have to find out the equation of line pq, okay, which is best fit to each and every endpoints. So now next we have to talk about the corresponding vertical deviation, that is d1, d2 and so on dn. So remember, if this point x1 y1 is lies on the line, but the equation of the line is y is equal to a plus bx. So if this point is on the line, then it must satisfy these equations. That is, replace x by x1 and y by y1. That is, we have to get y1 is equal to a plus b into x1. And so a plus bx1 minus y1. Just we have to consider the rearrangement. And assign is nothing but is the deviation, which is denoted by this d1. Similarly, we have to talk about this second d2. So by same manner, these are a plus bx2 minus y2 and so on. We have to talk about this last point. If this point is on the line, then it must satisfy this curve, that is y is replaced by yn. So yn is equal to a plus bxn and is equal to dn. So by rearranging, we have to get a plus bxn minus yn. But as we have to see, our aim is we have to minimize the sum of all this di square, because the minimization of sum of all di square represent the base fitting curve. So sum of the square of all the deviations, that is d1 square plus d2 square and so on dn square. But d1 square is a plus bx1 minus y1, a plus bx1 minus y1 square. d2 is a plus bx2 minus y2 square and so on. dn is a plus bxn minus yn square. Or in summation form, it can be written as this left hand side term is sum of d square and the right hand side term is sum of a plus bx minus y whole square. Now as per your convenience, either you have to write down sum is running from say 1 to n, yeah, simply write down summation as you wish. So this summation is nothing but is a function of a and b. So we have to assign say some notation of function, because f as a function, we have to assign say notation f, because f has a function of a and b, so f of ab is equal to sum of a plus bx minus y whole square. But we know that whenever we have to find out say minimum value yeah maximum value of a function, so in that case the first order derivative must be a 0. But here we are interested to find out say minimum value. But we know that whatever either we have to find out maxima or minima, then first order derivative must be 0. And here f has a function of two variable, so we have to consider the partial derivative. So partial derivative of f with respect to a is 0, as well as partial derivative of f with respect to second variable, that is b, is 0. So now we have to find out the partial derivative of f with respect to a. So but f is equal to this summation of a plus bx minus y whole square. So sum of a plus bx minus y whole square and partial derivative with respect to a. So is equal to, here we have to apply the strategy of function. So first of all, say differentiation of, say these are say whole term is say u square, so twice into u, where u is this small bracket. So sum of 2 times a plus bx minus y. These are the partial differentiation of a, and differentiation of a with respect to a is 1, so into 1, so there is no need to write down. Similarly, del f by del b is sum of 2x a plus bx minus y, because these are with respect to y. So first of all, differentiation of u square is say 2 into u, and with respect to b, so at that time x is constant, so we have to write down here. So we have to obtain say sum of this quantity, that is 2a plus bx minus y is equal to 0, because we have to equate say del f by del a to 0, and del f by del a, that is this portion to 0, but 2 is constant, so shift to right hand side, so it leads to 0. Similarly, del f by del b equal to 0, so this sum of 2x a plus bx minus y is 0, and its leads sum of x a plus bx minus y is 0. That is, we have to, when we have to expand this summation, so the sum of y but is negative, so we have to write down on another side. So sum of y is equal to say sum of a plus sum of bx, and see here sum of a, precisely we have to talk about this sum. So sum of a, so see here in margin, say sum of a, but we know that as per our conveniency we have to remove the suffix. So either you have to write down sum I running from 1 to n a. This first and second term both are same, but a is constant or which is unknown, which we want to determine. So we have to take outside. So sum I running from 1 to n into 1. So the function is independent of I. So whenever you have to write down say value of I, it is constant. So a is as it is. Now when we have to consider I is 1, so it gives 1. When I is 2, so again is 1, so plus 1. I is 3, so again it gives 1. And so on. When I is equal to n, it also gives the value 1. So we have to get a into 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. How many times? N times. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 n times, so is a into n. So in this manner we have to get sum a is a into n. So this first term sum a, that is a n, sum of bx, b constant, so take outside, so b into sum of x. Same manner expand this summation, so we have to get sum of xy is a sum of x plus b sum of x square. So these two equations are nothing, but these two equations are known as normal equation when we have to find out the least square line. And the whole procedure from the starting of the presentation that we have to study, now this procedure is known as say least square method to find out the least square line. So on the basis of this, let's see one example. Say fit a least square line to the following data. Now data is given in this table and we have to feed the data by using say method of least square. So our aim is we have to find out the equation of line. This line is also known as least square line. So whenever we have to apply the least square line, we know that the equation, ultimately equation is y is equal to a plus bx. Our aim is we have to find out this line. But to find out this line, we know that the normal equation is represented by or is given by these two equations, which are standard for each and every example. So we have to write down these two normal equations as it is. So sum y is equal to an plus b into sum x. So sum y is an plus b into sum x. Second equation, sum of xy is equal to a sum of x plus b into sum of x square. So second equation. Now this slide shows nothing, it just shows the graphical representations of the given questions. So data is given, say value of x and corresponding value of y. So we have to write down table is as it is, and now graphical represent shows that so when x is 1 y is 1, so something like here say x is 1 y is 1, so this point, so x is through y is 2, so x is 3 y is 2, so this point x and y both are 4, so it's denoted by this points, so on. X is 14 y is 9, so x is 14 y is 9. So there are total say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 points, and our aim is we have to find out the equations of line. We have to find out the equation of line that minimize the deviation from each and every points. Remember, our aim is we have to not find out the equation of line which pass or which covers the maximum number of points. We have to find out equation of line is such a manner such that the sum of di square is minimum. Sum of di square is minimum because it gives the best fitting curve. So next we have to work to find out each and every quantity which are given in normal equation. So first of all we have to find out this sum of y, sum of x, sum of xy, sum of x square. So we have to convert the given data in the form of table where this first and second row is same as first and second column. As per our conveniency, we have to require a sum of x square, sum of xy, sum x and sum y. So x square is nothing but square of each and every element on this column. So 1 square is 1, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, so on, 14 square, so 196. X into y, so 1 into 1, so 1, 3 into 2, so it's let 6, so on, 14 into 9, so 126. Similarly, the last column, that is the square of this second column, so take a square of each and every element, substitute in respective cells. So finally we have to find out sum of x, that is 1 plus 3 plus 4 and so on 14, so it's 56. Similarly the sum of y, so sum of this all the element in second column is 40. Similarly we have to obtain sum x square is 524 and so on, sum of y square is 256. So next we have to plug in the value of unknown in this normal equations. The first equation sum y is an plus b sum of x. The first term is sum y and now sum of y, that is 40. So we have to write down here 40. Now a into n, remember a is unknown which we want to determine, so a is as it is, and n, that is number of data, so 1 2 3 4 5 and so on 8. There are total 8 data, 8 point is given, so na is equal to 8a plus b, but b is to be determined, which is unknown, so b is as it is, and summation of x, sum of x 56, so plus 56b. So from the first normal equation we have to get the first equation. Now second normal equation, sum of xy, sum of xy is 364, so 364, a unknown, so is as it is, sum of x is 56, so 56a, b into sum of x square, sum of x square 524, so 524b. Remember, these are two just simple equation and only two unknown, a and b. So it's not a very difficult task, it's very easy. You have to apply any of the method, so Gauss elimination method, Gauss-Jordan elimination method, Cayley-Hamilton theorem, that is find out the inverse of matrix. Yeah, directly you have to use the loops method, yeah, Cramer method. Apply any of the method in which you have to comfortable. So by solving, you have to get the value of a is 6 by 11, so its equivalent is 0.545, and the value of b is 7 by 11, that is 0.636. But we know that the base fits line which pass through all these points whose equation is a plus bx, because the equation of line is a plus bx. So y is equal to a, that is 0.545, plus b, that is 0.636 into x. So this equation is known as least square equation of line. Now this slide shows the output of whole lecture, what we have to done in this lecture. So these are the given data, their definition, their question given in what which we have to dig. See, these are the points. Say x11, x32, so x3, y2, 4, that is this point, x6, y4, so this point, so on, x14, y9 is this point. And we have to find out the equation, so y 0.63x plus 0.545, this equation, and these are the equation which represents by this equations. So as you have to see here, our aim is we have to find out for base fitting curve in such a manner such that sum of di square is minimum. So see here, in this case, this point is lies exactly on the curve. It means that the value of d1 is 0. Now suppose we have to consider these are the d2, that is deviation from this actual point, deviation from this point which are lies on the line, but d2, this actual point is lies below the line. So we have to say that here the deviation d2, the value of d2 is negative. Now this point, third point, that is 4, is lies above the line. So we have to say that there are some positive error. Now this point d4 is below the line, so we have to say that is a negative error. Again these are at this point negative error, at these 2 points is a positive error. Again here is a negative error. So if we have to see carefully, as we have to talk, our aim is not that, we have to find out the equation of line which covers the maximum number of points. You have to see this line just cover only one first point, because our aim is we have to find out the best equation of line in such a manner such that the sum of di square is a minimum. So these are our final output, and this line is known as the least square line, and the whole procedure is known as least square method. So thank you so much for paying your attention.